Good afternoon.
Oh, sorry.
My name is Robert Loforno, and I'm going to do a demonstration today with bananas flambe. So our mise en place for bananas flambe are bananas, obviously. We have some nice ripe bananas, and I'm going to do a demo on how to cut a banana and how to peel a banana. Our other mise en place ingredients over here would be cinnamon sticks, butter. Ladyfingers will be a garnish, honey, and a little bit of non-alcoholic banana flavored extract. We'll get to that in a minute, but right now I'm going to show you how to peel a banana and slice a banana for this. We're just using regular type. They're called finger bananas. When you get them at the store, they don't come in a bunch. Sometimes they're a little bit cheaper. Just take a little slice here. I've already washed my hands for this lesson, and I'm just going to peel it back, and then I take the little nub off, which is the little black end here. At this time, I'll transfer it onto my cutting board, and I'm going to cut on a bias. So cutting on a bias with fingers back is like this, and you want to be a little bit thick on this because the bananas will cook, and you don't want the bananas to be all mushy. So we're going to put them into our mise en place, and I've already previously cut 3 bananas already. So that's our banana mise en place. We're all ready to go. Normally the portion is 1 banana per person. So I'm going to come over to my saute pan here. I'm going to turn the camera over to my saute pan. And in the saute pan, I've already preheated it a little bit. Preheating on a moderate heat, usually about a setting of 5. As I take my mise en place, so mise en place is everything in its place. I have everything ready. I have my pan, I have my butter, I have my cinnamon, I have my cinnamon sticks, and I have my sugar. At this time, we're going to start to make a caramel. So we're going to take a little bit of the butter and put it in the pan. You can see that the pan is not too hot, so it's just sizzling a little bit. At this point, we're going to let it melt a little bit, and I'm going to add regular cane sugar. So we have about 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of cane sugar. This is basically going to start our caramelization. At this point, you can adjust your heat, but we're pretty good right now. I am working on an electric stove, and as the butter reduces down, I would not use margarine. Butter is the best. As Julia Child said, there's only 3 ingredients you need in the kitchen: butter, butter, and butter. So as we make our caramel, the granulated sugar, which is white, plain old white granulated sugar, we're going to reduce it down to get rid of all the granulars. At this point right now, we are going to add a little bit of honey. I'm just using regular honey, bought at the supermarket, or you can use some honey that we have at Penn Farm. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of honey also into this dish, and honey adds a real nice flavor to it. At this point, I don't normally refrigerate my honey. I keep it shelf stable so it doesn't get crystallized. Also, keep the lid on the honey so you don't want to ever get any water in the honey because that will also make it crystallize. At this point, I turned up my heat a little bit, and we could use cinnamon sticks if we wanted to, but for this recipe, we're actually going to use some ground cinnamon. About a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. As we reduce this down, it's going to make a real nice caramelization of the honey, the sugar, and the butter. And that's actually going to be our sauce. I have some ice cream already dished up, so I'm going to show you that, and we're going to top the dish with the ice cream. I pre-scooped my ice cream. So as this sugar starts to boil, we're going to add all the bananas. The bananas are pre-cut. You don't want to cut the bananas too far ahead because the bananas will start to turn brown. As I coat my bananas in the brown sugar, it's starting to make a Foster. A Foster is normally sugar with cinnamon and the butter. At this point, I'm going to add some of my non-alcoholic banana liqueur. I want to get the pan pretty hot. If you have a gas range, I pour the liqueur in, it starts to sizzle, and if you tilt it towards the flame, it would actually light. Right now, I'm going to light it with my torch. So as the mixture gets hot, it will flambe up. Maybe you turn the lights off for 1 second, and you should be able to see the flambe. The light will go off when the alcohol actually reduces itself and the alcohol burns off. It's a little bit hard to see because the light of the camera is on the dish too. Okay, as this reduces down, we're going to turn it off. We can put it into a service vessel to get the bananas off of the heat. And basically the best part of this dish is actually the sauce. As you can see, the banana flambe is beautiful color, has a nice dark caramel on it. And we're going to scoop it over pre-scooped ice cream. So what I did already is I had my ice cream pre-scooped. And we're going to actually put it on the ice cream itself. I'm going to take some of the banana with the juice. And I normally serve this with vanilla ice cream. That's one of my favorites. This ice cream is actually rum raisin as well. And you give your customer about as much, or you give your family members about as much as one banana. And then obviously the best is the little sauce. And at this point, we have plenty left over for 2 more portions. We're going to garnish with 2 ladyfingers for a little bit of a crunch. And this is basically our banana flambe. Thank you. Bon appetit.